Welcome back, everyone. Going into hour number 3 here of RollPlay Solum. Neal, I'm very interested to know what happens.
So, um, well, around that time, actually, almost as if on cue, the you hear some church bells start to ring in town. The Lamassu looks around and kind of lets out a low growl and says, "Who are you people?"
I poke my head out from behind Tariq. I say, "Hello, great creature. I am Zanzol, and this is my friend Tariq. It is
I
a
poke I
honor
poke
to
my
meet
head from
you.
the other side of the shield. So we're like, it's like the shield, and one's this way, one's going this way.
It's a pleasure to meet you. We are most honored."
His voice rumbles.
Do you know where you are?
I'm trying to figure out if it doesn't say whether people retain memory
There's a roll
upon
for it.
transferring. To retain memory? No, not to, there's a roll to maintain personality, but
Oh, memory. I guess to
do
know if he was
they?
a dog.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna say they retain memories, at least temporarily. They may wash out over a period of time, but initially they'll remember what they did after some fog.
Sure. Whatever.
So he's looks around for a moment, says, "I was but a puppy, and now I am full grown. Are
Yeah.
you the creature that did this to me?"
I am. I hope you are okay with that. I assume your new form is adequate.
It stretches and looks at its sharp talons,
Be careful.
and then disappears.
He just blinks right in front of us.
He's just gone.
Motherfucker.
He just vanished.
What? He
And
said,
then you hear a
"Be
voice
careful."
going, "Yes, this form is nice," and he reappears.
Okay. Good. Ah, I have heard of these. Have I heard that they can go invisibility? Because I've heard that they can. What are the legends that I've heard, Neil?
Man, you don't know much about them other than they're extremely lawfully good aligned. Like
Yeah.
they are the most. If paladins were a race, they would be paladins basically. Um, they have all sorts of magical abilities. You are not sure which ones they actually have because my list is different than what they will say in the book.
Well, then
So,
we'll just say that's what I've heard that they have the ability to get people from dimension to dimension through a door.
you would know they have
unless we
visibility and
retcon
dimension
that.
door. Sure.
Unless
No,
we
no,
retcon that
visibility.
from what I told Ryan. Yeah.
No, visibility and dimension door. You know they have for sure.
Okay. And I'm just like, I have heard many things of your abilities, and I am very interested. Do you? How? Tariq, you got anything?
Well, I mean, clearly he's not going to attack us. I'm here for protection. I don't know. I mean,
We don't need. Should we fear you? Also, do you have a name? Should we just call you Fetch?
That name sounds familiar. I believe my name is Fetch.
Why don't we call you? Is there a name you prefer?
Well, he says, looking down at his form, I am quite fetching. Perhaps we should keep the same name.
He's got jokes. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
I muster the fakest laugh I can.
I give like a thumbs up behind the shield
yes.
to Tariq so that he doesn't see it.
Yes, Fetch.
Just like, should we?
I like your new form.
Are we okay coming out from the other side of this shield?
I have no intent on eating you.
Perfect. I come out from under the shield and like stretch and stand
I
up.
put the shield on my back.
And lick my palm and like go through my non-existent hair because I'm 90 years old, so and just kind of like do the best to look fetching, as he said. Just like
Who are you people?
Well,
what do you want with me now that you have given me my form?
Well, that depends. Do you see? My friend here was basically for protection. Tariq, if you want to leave, I'm okay with that. I don't feel any harm.
No, now that I'm a part of this, I'm actually quite intrigued.
Great. Sir Fetch, I've heard many legends and I've heard that you can perhaps get people from point A to point B through a door. Is this true?
I can move people over short distances if I need to.
Is it short distances or dimensions? I've heard the latter.
He looks you up and down and sniffs the air around you and paws at the ground a moment and says, "You are a wizard, aren't you?"
I can cast spells, yes. I am not of this world.
You would know... Well, the human spells that have been crafted to mimic our innate abilities, you would know as a dimensional door spell.
Yes, and I do not possess this spell. However, I know that it exists, and that is why I have created you, if you will.
He scratches at the ground and kind of like tears up some small strings of wood as he does so. Well, if you have truly created me, I feel indebted to you in some small way. If you would like me to get you out of this room, I can do so.
That is all? Can you not perhaps move me to another dimension?
Dimensional travel is not possible. Your scholars named your spells poorly.
I look back at Tariq and I look like devastated. Like I look so sad. I turn to him and turn to Fetch. I'm just like, how about... would you like to test out your new strength? We have an enemy in here, one that actually despises magic and your kind. In fact, there are probably none of you in this world, and if there are, I have no idea where they would be.
I am alone?
It seems that way, and I believe the man that might have caused this, or at least is a part of the group to have caused this, is in this town. And so are many of his followers and the followers of that town, or the followers of that group.
Well then, perhaps I will ask him to leave.
He is in this town. He is in the tallest building. His name is Lieutenant, and I look to Tariq.
Dan.
Is
I believe.
Is it really Dan?
I believe somebody mentioned it, and it was
Jekyll
never
or
corrected.
something like
It's not Dan. It's not Dan.
It might be Dan.
He is the lieutenant of the town. He is the officer, and he is very He is
An
very
officer
evil.
of an
Yes.
occupying force?
Yes, they have ruined this world. They have taken it over and banned magic. He's very evil, and the forces that he serves are incredibly evil as well.
Well then, I shall go ask them all to leave.
I think
He
you
says,
should.
and he turns around, walks up to the window, and then just kind of like disappears from sight. And then you guys like run to the window and look out, and you see him standing on the ground on the other side, and he stretches his wings for a few moments, shakes his mane, and leaps into the air and flies off.
I turn to Tariq and I go, "Holy shit!"
Leia, you're running down the
Yeah.
street like, okay, invisible. I gotta get back to the party. Holy shit! What the fuck is this thing? All of a sudden, this giant, lion with a man's face and wings just like appears out of nowhere in the middle of the street, like literally
stupid monster.
appears into air, and you're like,
Person's face.
what the fuck is this? And a few moments pass, and then it leaps in the air and flies away.
Yeah, and I
And-
keep running to my party, even more terrified and with reason to go talk to them.
Bell, as I said before, church bells are ringing, and by this point,
Yeah,
the second church has joined in with bells ringing.
yeah. I ran to the party.
Okay,
Well, you run
you
into
get
Vincent, I guess.
to
Or
Vincent
God
in
damn
the
it.
tavern.
Why did I just
Sorry, in
start
the
calling
common
him
room of the
Vincent all
inn.
the time? I don't know why that started up again. I was so good.
I'm just down there with Rictar and Captain.
I think he might have
We're
played
having a
another
nice meal.
character named Vincent before this character.
Yeah, I think that's
Maybe.
the cause of
Might
it.
be the reason.
Deductive reasoning says that.
Yeah, so you run into Victorian in the common room of the inn.
Gentlemen, join us. These biscuits are delicious.
I ran up to them.
That's not. It's just them. It's just Leia. We're still upstairs.
Yeah,
I do the same thing as I do every time while being invisible. I'm like, Victorian! It's me.
Oh God, yes, Leah. Hi, what is it?
Then I whisper to him, I say, I think they know we're here. That's why the bells are ringing. I think they know.
Is
And
that
I know where the general is coming outside right now.
Lieutenant?
We must go
Okay.
warn everyone. Yeah, Lieutenant.
All right, let's
we
go
must
get
go
the
warn
old man and
everyone.
Tariq.
Yeah, let's hurry.
I also
Squire,
asked
Captain, follow
Zancil,
okay.
do you have
You
any
guys-
control over this creature any longer, or is he...
I look to you with like the biggest death, like just pure fear in my face and eyes, and I'm just like, I have no control over what I've created.
I knock on the door, Neil.
Okay, you guys hear a sudden knock on the door.
I like
unexpectedly.
jump from the knock. Yeah.
I-
Yes.
I looked
Gentlemen,
at-
I hope I'm not disturbing anything. Leah believes that our presence is known. We need to pack up and probably
Oh, and there's
go.
Really fucking big man bird.
I like open the door and look at Victoria and like the most serious I've ever been.
You
I'm
see like,
just
sweat dripping from Zanzil and
What
Tariq's
the-
face.
Son of a bitch, you look like you've seen a ghost. What's wrong?
So did we hear the bells right after it flew away?
You heard bells kind of after the transformation happened, and then more bells picking up as it was flying away.
So bells while he was still in the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
I look at Victoria and I'm just like, with the most fear and probably the most sincere thing I've ever said. I'm just like, we got to get out of the town right now.
I agree, friend.
I agree. Bring Kill with us.
That's your dog.
Yep.
Fetch, I'll bring Fetch. He'll be with us. I promise.
Okay, let's pack it up. If we want to do this, we should probably just move it along. The fact
We
that they
should-
know that we're here.
We should just go. I
Yeah.
believe
I
we'll
agree.
have a trap. Or sorry, they will be distracted. We will be able to get out of here.
I suggest we go through the woods. You know, our plan to take the mithril
Agreed.
isn't completely gone. We go through the woods. Possibly we can ambush them outside of Smeltron or Smelton.
Probably not
Smelton.
Smeltron.
Smells.
Yes.
Whatever that
You need
We'll
another
take the
L to
road
be
so we can
smelled
watch
on.
the road. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's just
We
leave.
need to protect the baby over everything. People are following us right now.
Hell of an
I think
idea, Leah. Really good one.
Mithril is the way to go. Let's go. Let's get the fuck out.
Yeah, I
go.
gather everything and go.
I bring
Neil-
Kill.
So where are you guys going?
We're just
east of
leaving.
town?
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
east.
going for the woods.
All right. So you guys get your shit together and run downstairs. Leia is still invisible.
Yeah.
Go to the stair. I mean, you guys coming downstairs makes plenty of noise. Like between the armor and just the footsteps of 7 people coming downstairs, 6 people coming downstairs because Leia's quiet. The innkeeper comes out like rubbing his eyes, goes, "What's going on? What's the commotion?"
Oh, we're just out of here, friend. We won't be checking out
Thanks for the stay. Have a good
tomorrow.
day.
Like, yeah, we're out of here.
Okay. All right. And he starts walking with you and says, "I'll help you get your horses together."
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You guys get your horses and shit together, and he says, "Only take the main road and stay away from the town square. They don't like anyone walking through there at night. There's a curfew on the town square."
Oh, thank you, friend. Appreciate it.
Understand. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And then he waves you goodbye as you hop on your horses and go out of town. You
Yes.
take a nice, easy route away from the town square.
It means someone's need to grab my horse because I'm invisible.
Well, no, you can.
Well, I mean, the horse will ride alone. Isn't it fucking weird?
I'll just have the reins in my hand, and you can be
Yeah.
on the horse, and I'll
Yeah, that's
pretend
a-
that I'm.
Perfect.
I'll pretend I'm. Whatever.
Oh, okay.
So you guys ride down the streets. You see a few people out, mostly guards patrolling, but not that much. Well, I mean, I take it back. There's bells ringing. A lot of people start pouring out of the streets, out of their doors, and kind of like coming to the streets and scratching their heads, wondering why the church bells are ringing so late at night. As you get to the east gate, the gate is shut, and there are about 30 people standing around it. It doesn't look usual. It looks quite unusual. In fact, normally at nighttime you might have 10 people guarding a gate in a city this size, but this is triple that number.
So by people, you mean guarded, weaponized.
I would mean like
Soldiers.
orcs in armor with spears and crossbows.
Victorian?
And they're just watching inside.
There's 2 up on the wall, up on the parapets. There are 2 down at the base, and these guys have halberds, and the ones on top have crossbows.
What is a halberd?
Yeah, is that different?
I'm
I'm sorry, a halberd. They have
Thank you.
halberds.
Oh,
Okay.
halberd.
Yeah.
We know what the
Yeah.
halibut is.
Okay.
And then in front of them are like 2 dozen people, whatever, 2-3 dozen people lined up in ranks, kind of marshaled as if they are being drawn to attention, and one guy on a horse standing in front of them, being like, "Feet together, get ready," issuing stupid commands to people standing in line.
As we ride up,
I'm gonna- wait,
I look over at
I
the
wanna
empty
talk
horse
to
and
him
say,
before-
"Leah, is that the lieutenant?"
I'm gonna talk to Victorian as well before we get there. First of all, is it the lieutenant, Neil?
You take a moment and concentrate on your spell, and your lieutenant is not in front of you.
Oh, okay. No, it's not him. Also, we do have the rites of passage. I think it might be able to get us through the doors. The Felicity ones.
If the army was right behind us, no, I think they know. Just because I
Well,
turned my
maybe they're
robes was
dumb.
cute.
You know what? Listen, we always crap on Leah's ideas. I'm willing to try it out. So as we kind of approach, I hold out the note.
Have the innkeeper take it so we can be farther away. So if
Oh, Sansel.
Victorian, what
good
is your
ideas.
charisma?
Fucking superb, obviously. Let me check. It is 13.
Okay, cool. You hand him the note. He takes it from you, flips it open, scans through it, looks at you, looks at the note again, looks at you a third time, folds the note, hands it to you, and says, "Gentlemen, open the doors. Let these officers through immediately."
Motherfucker!
Very good.
I
Very
look back
I don't
at
see anything.
I look back at Leia with like the widest eyes, and I'm just
I'm
like,
invisible.
No, the
I
spot where you're supposed to be.
Motherfuckers, I mean.
The
Wait,
men move out of your way. You guys ride through. The gates close behind you, and you hear the officer yelling stupid commands at his men again. You're not in line straight enough. Your boots are not shined properly. Go spit on them some more. It sounds like a
I
real
would like
jackass.
someone, if they want, by the way, to animate the moment where the officer looks at the note, looks up at my skull helm, looks at the note, looks up at my skull helm, looks at the note, and then lets us through.
yeah, that's all close up, and then it just shows the town gate opening us and us riding out. That's the end.
I say, Leah, that was a fucking fantastic idea. Thank you for that.
We should.
Let's haul ass, but still, we should pick a spot to ambush in 3 days' time. Yes? Are we still doing the mithril thing, or should we just move on?
I think we head south that way, but off the main road. And then we can...
Why would you be off the road?
we could just meet them head on.
I mean, I assume this is for us. And eventually, they may realize...
Oh. Yeah, for a couple of days we can be off the road, but we know that they will leave in a third day, right? So
Correct. And then we can
then we should watch the road.
meet back
be
to the road. Yes.
Great idea. We'll be tree people for a while.
So how far out of town do you go?
Like halfway, right? Between
Halfway to the next town?
Halfway between Rock Hill, is that what you're
Yeah.
saying?
Cool.
Yeah. If that's agree with you, I mean, we just like start writing and I say that. Do you guys want to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm good. I'm
Okay.
like, I just agree to anything blindly, and I'm not. I'm just.
We go
like,
halfway,
not even
Neil,
thinking about it.
and then we
Damn it.
we know the third day for when they're going to do the mithril thing. So for 2 days,
Yeah.
we're just in the middle of the woods, basically.
Well, every night I want to cast clairvoyance and clairaudience at the town hall. At least clairaudience into the main town hall, and clairvoyance into what I think is the room of the commander for the first night.
Cool. So you're sitting out in Rock Hall, or out halfway between Taktar and Rock Hall. By the time you get there, it is almost dawn. So you pull off the side of the road, settle down and make camp. But you can get some sleep if you need to. If you can cover your head in bushes or something and fall
Can we get
asleep.
a day's rest?
No, you didn't get any sleep tonight, so no hit points. You were up all night riding and waiting and shit. So waiting, you guys wait there. About 2 hours later, a horse comes galloping down the road, just like as if the whips of its masters are behind it. Right? It's the right phrase.
Sure.
The rider doesn't have a pack. The horse has a saddle but no bags. It's clearly just like a rider going somewhere, like probably a message bearer.
You
But
said we
it's,
see this, Neil? Like
Yeah,
we're on the road
because
still?
you're off the road, but someone is in at a vantage point to watch the road, right? Because you're trying
Yeah.
to ambush. Yeah.
Is he marked as Verossi?
Yes, there is a V on the saddle and on his shirt.
Then I will pursue and I will hurl phallus into him.
Okay. Well, he comes and goes. Like you're off the road watching, but he's fucking galloping at full speed. You would have to gallop at full speed after him, and even then,
Okay, well, let's put it this way. As I see him, because you said we're within eyesight of him, I suppose,
eyesight of the road. Yeah.
I say, friends, can any of you stop him real quick? We should probably not let Verossi get communication.
I cannot.
Great.
How
Zanzel?
long? How far? What's the distance?
Within eyesight. It's right there on the road. Right
yeah,
there.
I magic missile him.
Okay. He's moving. Zanzel, roll for initiative. Zanzel, actually, because he might get out of range or out of eyesight. Because you're kind of like you're back away from the road. You're not like 10 feet off the road. You're like 100 feet off the road. So you.
Hold on, I actually just closed my spell list. I need to look at the fucking initiative of this. Magic missile. Where the fuck are you? There we go. 60 yards plus 80 yards is the distance.
Yeah, it's well within range. It's just he's going to be out of sight soon because
Okay,
you're
so
so far away from the road.
D10 plus 1.
Yep.
6.
You go first. You magic missile the shit out of him. Roll for damage.
So it's 44 plus 4.
He dies.
Bye-bye.
17. Wow, I rolled well.
That was a great magic missile.
Yes, actually, that's fucking amazing.
That's awesome. I start running for the body.
4 white darts fly from your hand and slam into his back, and he tumbles off his horse, and the horse just keeps going.
I give Zanzel a wink, and then I'm going to ride out there and go investigate his body.
You take your horse out? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you trot out onto the path. His body is on the side of the road. The horse is slowly becoming a smaller and smaller dot on the horizon.
It's a fucking determined horse.
Oh, that horse is going.
Oh, no, I just say that. But I check his body for stuff.
Okay. You search his body. He has a letter on his body and nothing else.
I read it immediately, Neil, in perfect
You cannot
honesty.
read.
Exactly.
You are
So I
illiterate.
just pick it up, I frown at it, put it in my pocket.
You're just like, God.
Anything else on him, I check his person.
No. Literally just clothing and this letter tucked into his belt.
Okay. Then I drag his body behind my horse.
Okay.
Well, I don't know, whatever. At the side of my horse, I'm
drag
taking
him
off
into
the road.
woods. Yeah, not a
Yeah,
big deal.
and then I hand the letter over to Zanzel. This was on
I
her.
look over his shoulder.
Yeah, I look at Leia as she's doing that and like,
I'm invisible. You can't see.
okay, then I don't
You
fucking.
just
tell-
hear her
slept.
breath on your shoulder.
Did you sleep,
No.
Leia?
No,
Did
we-
you sleep at all? You've
No, we
been
didn't
sleep.
sleep.
You're still invisible.
Oh, you said we didn't sleep,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, I didn't know if you would. It's just being an invisible person is extremely awkward to interact with another group of people. Like
Don't-
you're trying to go over here and you forget that you're invisible for a moment, and then like Victorian, that's right, I'm invisible again. Or like everyone's like passing around some food and they just like
Yeah,
forget that
you
you're
gotta,
there.
like,
So
read it.
they only make
Neil,
food for
so
4
she's
people.
awkward, all right? Big frickin'
No, that's
deal.
fine. You
I'm
can
fine with it.
you can be invisible. I want to
nerd in
reinforce
high school.
It's very awkward and
Anyways,
difficult
no.
to interact with people while invisible. It's not.
I think my spy character is fine with being invisible.
Cool, that's fine.
Fucking
That's fine.
faps in the
She
night.
actually likes
You're the
that people
clickety-clackety.
forget that she's there because she thinks they're gonna talk shit and she's gonna hear about it.
Neil, I read
Perfect.
the note.
I just want to reinforce that invisibility for role playing reasons, not for like
Yeah.
mechanic reasons.
Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay.
Check
Your
the
letter.
note.
Read it.
I read it. I also tell Victorian how each letter sounds like as I start to read it.
The letter says.
You want to message it to me, or you just want? You can. You don't have to message it. I can just read it out loud.
Oh, you're just gonna read it out loud?
Yeah, if
Tyler?
you just want to read it out loud.
Cool. It says the Marauders have been spotted. They left. What the fuck is that town name? Tektal. What is it called? Taktar. They left Taktar last night. They're headed for Rock Hill.
That's
Well,
not
that's a
good.
goddamn good thing we killed that messenger. Zanzel, nicely done.
Thank you.
I think this makes our chances of success higher. So let's camp out in the woods, and I'll make. I haven't made a goddamn squirrel soup yet. That's what we're missing. That's why we're so low in spirits.
Do we
So
have?
you guys are hanging out for
anyone-
the day.
Hang on,
sorry,
Neil.
sorry, John. Go ahead.
Do we
It's a
have
fucking
anyone
20,
that
okay?
have the
Perfectly
the capabilities of like I had it with Abby forging. I asked if the party if anyone is able of doing forgery, like the act of forging a letter.
Oh, forging a letter.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be you, if anybody.
No,
Yeah. Apparently I don't. Ooh, but I do have points, Neil. Can I take it? I feel like it's legit on my character.
Didn't we say last time that you
I have 2 extra points that are not used right
I
now.
think you
2
have.
extra slots?
Didn't we make a ruling? You have to add that at like the start of a session or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, like
I
you have
won't
to kind
do
of be
it then.
working towards it if you haven't
Okay, then I won't get
unspent
it.
slots. You have to like work
Fine.
towards.
Because otherwise,
drink.
we would all just save points, and Neil would be like, "You don't have the." Yep, actually, Neil, I do.
Turns out I do.
Turns out I can fucking
right.
climb this building.
Yeah, you can't just
That's
get
it.
that stuff on command.
Sure.
So,
Well, I ask if anyone has this.
What is
skill.
heraldry, Neil?
you know what whose sigil means what. Like, you see a flag
Oh.
coming down the
So
street, you're like,
Tariq's-
oh, that's the blah blah family.
Tariq looks
or-
at us all and he goes,
heraldry.
"I know heraldry," and we're just like,
No, my squire does. I wanted to know.
Oh,
what
yeah,
that
no,
one
you're-
was.
Your squire can identify flags of families and whatnot.
Excellent.
It sounds lame, but it's super useful to be able to identify who is where and when.
All right, Neil, we're gonna wait off. I'm feeding them squirrel soup. We're hanging out in the woods, waiting for the day that we know that the caravan
Yeah.
comes by.
Sure.
Well, I'm gonna. There's still stuff I want to do. I'm sorry.
Okay, keep going.
So I'm gonna suggest that we try to forge a letter and throw them off, and send that on a random messenger someday, something like that.
You want
Well,
to what?
We will need
Here's
it
the
for.
thing.
How the hell? How would we do that?
Well, we'd find someone that can forge things, and then we'd have them forge it.
And then have that person ride a horse that we don't have into the city ahead of us?
We just send it. We'd give it to a messenger.
Yeah, we send them.
Well, hold on. Here's the thing with that. If we do send that message, they likely won't feel safe with this week's shipment of mithril.
Well, I think she's saying in the future. It's just a future plan.
Oh, in
Okay.
the future.
I'm
Okay.
saying we can
Yes.
send letters to throw them off our path with
Oh, of
this one
course.
as a reference.
not-
If we do
not
it now,
now.
That's a
No.
It's actually it's
fantastic
a great
spy
idea. I like it.
It's a great idea.
It's great.
Second thing, before going to bed, I want to clear audience the town hall, Neil.
Sure. Where in the town hall? The base of the town hall? Where
You hear
where
an
you clear out?
extremely calm and friendly conversation between a
The
Lamasu
base
and
of the town
officer.
hall still.
Are you really evil? No, not
I
really, man.
know.
I'm just not that
I
evil.
believe you because I'm full of good.
Oh.
Yeah, I want to know what's going on in the town hall.
Okay. Again, the town hall, you just hear footsteps and people going to and fro. No one is standing and having a conversation loudly enough to be heard.
I'm really
Okay,
excited
I
to hear
want
Neil's
to-
version of what's happening when the Lamasu flew off.
Yeah. I want to clear audience into what I think would be the closest to the main guy's
I
room.
mean, clairvoyance?
Clairvoyance, yeah.
Oh. Do you have? Yeah, you have clairvoyance. Sure. You, using your best mental picture of that area, you clairvoyance into it, and you're actually inside of a wall.
Damn it. Guess I'll clairvoyance another time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alright, that's it. First night.
So that day, you see all sorts of people are on the road. There's like normal people on horseback riding. There's like a family of people coming down the road. There's a patrol of like 15 orcs that are coming down the road just on foot.
While me and
There-
Tariq are on our
Should
walk.
we we see 15 random orcs?
Yeah, there's like 15-ish orcs trotting down
Everybody
the road.
else?
Actually, no, orcs are nocturnal. Never mind, you don't see
Damn it,
15
Neil!
orcs. You see 15 soldiers, human soldiers
Ah.
of Rossi walking down
Guys?
the road.
Should we this is the third day or is this day 2?
This is the
first day we've watched.
morning, that same morning, after you killed
Hey.
the rider.
Guys, you wanna should we?
What? How
I guess it's not the morning. I guess it's the afternoon.
how far away are they, Neil?
Well, you guys are about 100 feet back from the road. They are headed from Rock, whatever it's called, to... they're from Rock. They're going from Rock Hill to Taktar.
Oh, okay.
So how far? So 100
So
feet.
100 feet. 100 feet.
I look at Victoria and I'm like, do you want me to just kill those people? I-
We see nobody else, right, Neil? Like we're looking up and down the road.
Well, you're pretty far back. You can't see up and down the road very well. You can see like this 100-yard section of road in front of you pretty well, but to the right and to the left are pretty far blocked.
You
But
know-
there's no one else on the road right now.
The smarter part of me says we should probably not because we have bigger fish to fry, right? If we kill them, maybe the word gets back that people are gone missing. We should
I also
shouldn't
agree.
do it.
We should not.
Oh,
It's probably
okay.
the wiser choice.
Just let
Yeah,
me know.
plus I don't have attack spells today.
God damn it, Leah! You keep
What? We would
you
have.
keep. Where is she right now? I don't even. It's like in the
It's
forest.
been another day. She slept.
It is a little bit weird that you're still invisible, but okay, yeah.
Actually, I'm not because I did the clear audience thing.
Yeah, she
Yep.
slept. or
Ah,
whatever.
shit! There she is.
Totally
Jesus
visible.
Christ. All right, sorry. You
Cool.
started.
Yeah, so there you see a bunch of travelers on the road. Some of them are soldiers, clearly. Some of them are normal people. You see a merchant with like 6 bodyguards around him, pulling a wagon. But yeah, the day
As-
passes pretty uneventfully.
At the end of the day, I would say when me and Tariq are watching, I walk up to him and I'm just gazing out into the sky and I'm just like, "Do you think he's happy?" The Tariq.
You mean Fetch?
Yeah. I hope he's all right.
You know, with great intelligence sometimes comes in happiness. You know more about the world.
Maybe so.
Dogs are always just eternally happy.
So happy.
I wonder, I wonder if I'll ever see him again. By the way,
we might.
By the way, and I just like deathly once again, the same look I had after polymorphing him, I look at Tariq, I'm just like, that never fucking happened. I just walk away. And I don't say anything else.
Cool. So you guys just the next day, pretty much the same thing. You sleep that night. You take watches, but it's all
Do we
pretty
rest
uneventful.
that night, Neil?
Yeah. 1 HP for everyone that night.
Excellent.
The second day that you're out there watching the road, more of the same shit, but nothing too exceptional. Nothing really that
All right, Neil,
worth
real quick,
noting.
I'm gonna make scroll
At
soup.
the
take another night. Everyone gains another HP.
before the end of the night, I'm still gonna clairaudience into the. I'm gonna clairvoyance into what I think is the room still, like trying not to hit the wall again.
Right. So do you want to go further into the building, further out of the building, left or right? What direction do you want to hit?
I'm not too sure exactly where I think the wall was, but
Well, yeah, clearly you hit a wall.
yeah.
So you got the wrong spot, but in relation to that spot, where do you want to be?
Left.
Left. Okay. You clairaudience or voyance?
Voyance.
You clairvoyance into this room, and it is the room that you are looking into. It looks to be the treasury of the town. There are a couple of chests open with lots of shiny coins in them. There are weapons on the wall, like a couple sets of weapons and armor. There are some
Fucking full plate, isn't it, Neil?
Oh yeah, totally.
God,
It's probably magical full plate too. Looks like it might fit you.
Made out of nickel.
Guys, we're going back. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
There's a couple of other just valuable things lying about. This looks like the treasury. There's some very valuable looking jewelry and shit.
All right. So in relation to that, I'm trying to go to another room. Any of them that I remember, fourth floor, clairaudience.
Okay, you're trying to. All right. Well, if this is this, I'm going to go a little bit over here.
Yeah.
So this time you go right. Let's say because you can see it and you can see where this is in the room. So you can be like, all right, I want to go 30 feet to the right, and I should not be hitting a wall unless it's like a tiny closet next door to me. Cool. Mm-hmm. So you clairaudience into the next room.
Yeah.
And it is quiet. You don't see anything. You think you're in a room, but you don't hear anything.
Okay. Well, that's.
How long do you sit there clairaudiencing?
Well, the whole time I can. Might as well.
Okay, what is the duration of your spell?
1 round per level, so 7 rounds, 70 minutes.
Okay. After 2 minutes, you hear some footsteps. They get a little bit louder, and then they get more quiet, and then they disappear.
And for the 70 minute, that's it.
That's it.
All right.
Wait, 17 or 7?
70. No?
17?
7
Is it 10
rounds?
rounds per level?
Oh, it's 1 round per level, so it's 7
so
minutes.
7 minutes, yeah.
Sorry. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna. Nah, I won't tell anything to the party. That's fine.
Okay, your third day. All right, third day. What is going on here? Let me just try and figure out NPC movement stuff in my head. Okay, so third day you see the normal shit happening. Travelers are going down the road and whatnot. And after a little while, you see whoever's on lookout sees a knight riding in black armor with a big V draped on his his black tabard on his armor, riding down the road, and behind him is a cart being pulled by an ox, and sitting on the cart are two people dressed in black robes. One of them looks more like a wizard, one of them looks more like a cleric, and then there are 40 men kind of flanking the cart and
40?
moving with 40-ish, roughly.
How many you said the first time?
Orcs or humans?
Humans.
Right
there
now,
actually are a couple of orcs mixed in.
they
I will
obviously
ask
beef-
It's mostly humans.
Do these look like, Neil, the same kind of like in-game mechanics? Do they look lightly armored? These look like the single D dice guys? Do they have halberds and swords and shit like
They
that?
have chainmail, they have pole arms.
Is it the same orcs that we fought the other day in the army? Does it
Uh,
look similar
no.
in appearance?
So
I
they're
mean,
humans.
a
These
fucking
are
orc
humans.
is a fucking orc, right? Orcs are orcs. You can't tell them apart very well.
But are they more
what
heavily
I'm asking
armored?
is armor-wise and gear-wise.
Oh yeah, armor-wise, they look more or less the same
Okay.
as the previous ones. Yeah, and the humans are armored and armed similarly too.
This is our go time, friends, but it looks like there are the two magic casters that we've talked about. We
I
knew
have-
this to come.
Victarium,
Yep.
I have a plan.
What is it, friend?
Very quickly, I will cast Fireball on the group. The Mithril will be fine. And then I
Okay.
will instantaneously group invis us. They will never know where it came from, and we can go in and attack.
This is a good plan. Everyone agree?
I agree.
Helen, child, you stay back here, and we should leave either the squire or the captain
In
with them to make
fact,
sure.
we can do one. Well, never mind. I can't do 2 spells in a row instant. Never mind. We'll do it.
I'm gonna pre-invis myself.
So who should stay back, the squire or the
Are you
captain?
casting the spell, Jen? You cast Invis on yourself?
Yeah, as he
Okay.
says, he's talking about his plan, and I'm like, "Lapiti-pippi-pippi-poo."
Okay. You
Are you-
are invisible.
Are you doing it through the ring or through, like, do we hear the incantation of the ring?
Myself. Yeah,
Okay.
you're hearing me do it. Because the ring is faster, I think.
Seriously, guys, who should stay back, the captain or the...
The cap. Please, the captain, please.
All right, you stay back here, watch the woman and child, and let's execute this plan, yes?
So, Zanzil, you cast Fireball at them?
Can you
Well-
draw the formation that we can see from our point of view of the group and how spread
Sure.
out they are?
Sure.
Just so
Thought
I
you'd
want.
never
I can,
ask.
I
They're
can get.
200 feet apart?
Yeah. Like, I wanna
Each
know
one is spread apart. You can hit 2 with your fireball.
The
Damn
range.
it, they asked the right question this time.
Yeah.
They're in hang gliders in perfect formation. They're all spaced out.
England. Okay.